Marcos Rivera, and today I want to talk about price wars. Uber and Lyft have been going at it for a long time in that slugfest, but I want to talk about not just the latest punch that Lyft threw, but also how you should react if somebody is coming after your business or your product with a price war. Okay, so first and foremost, we all know that Uber and Lyft, the two dominant ride-sharing players, are out there slugging it out, battling for market share. In the latest left hook from Lyft, they went ahead and dropped their prices, okay? And so they've been at it for a while. The prices are fairly comparable. They've been pretty close to each other, but in a mad grab for share, Lyft decided to drop prices. So take a look at this chart. You can see the average price, the competitive price between UberX and Lyft Standard over time, kind of staying pretty close. You'll see a little bit of mix up there from July to October, but then look what happened after January. Pretty and firmly below Uber. And that's a tactic that I think can be very dangerous. You're giving up a decent amount of profit. So on the other side of that profit loss, you have to gain something back. And typically, if you have a really strong way to retain, to expand, do all these things with the customer base, then that's great. But oftentimes when you incite a price war, you tend to attract the most price sensitive folks. So the next time a price changes or something goes up or down, these customers just kind of go with the wind. Now, if you're on the other end, if you're being attacked, what do you do? What do you do if somebody or a competitor is dropping their price to try to grab share from you? Take a look at this other chart, by the way, from between Uber and Lyft. And you look at this chart and you notice that Uber is still on its course for record-breaking profit and growth, right? So really the price war isn't hurting them that much. It's actually not that effective. So what does that mean? Well, look at Uber. They have multiple streams of revenue. You can earn through Uber Eats, you can earn through Uber, and that diversification is really powerful to keep you from getting sucked into a price war. And you can see there just from the growth trajectory that hasn't really slowed them down one bit. So 3 things you can do if somebody comes at you with a price war. Number 1, stay the course. Do not react. Do not try to drop your prices to react to them. Let them drop their price and give up all that margin, give up all that profit, and you maintain your position. If you wanted to, you could selectively throw out a promotion here and there to stay within range, but do not respond to the price war simply by dropping your price, because that typically leads to another drop in price and a downward spiral overall. So stay the course, number 1. Number 2, really get aggressive on cross-sell and upsell to the base. And one way to really fight off a price war is to have multiple things to sell. Think about Uber and Uber Eats and giving a coupon to a rider to maybe get $5 off their next Uber Eats order, for example. And just different ways in there that you can create a bit more of a moat by serving multiple needs and multiple problems, and therefore getting a bit higher average customer value for yourself, and therefore fighting off these price wars, because then it's not all about price for them anymore in terms of dropping and leaving you for another competitor. Number 3, overserve. And what I mean by overserve is simply people like to make sure that you have their back. So whether it's expanding your customer support hours, giving more channels for access when they're in need, or even just more hand-holding and guidance for training or get onboarded into your product and service, double down, add a little extra love there. So that way they can feel the difference. It's not just about the product and services, but also the whole experience wrapped around it. That's the right way to get you out the other end of a price war. They usually dissipate after about 6 months or so anyway. All right, hope that was helpful, and we will see you next time. Until then, stop guessing, start growing. And that's the word on the street. If you want more of these videos, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you again.